Hello everybody and welcome back to Manifest with Finesse on YouTube. My name is Manifesting Gaia. That is my Twitter, TikTok, podcast, and Instagram. All the links are down below, and my affirmations list and audio rampage email is down below, and my manifestation workshop is down below as well. And all video programs include demonstrations on nervous system regulation and how to regulate your nervous system, and the workshops go over it as well, and reading based material, which is what today's video is about. Nervous system regulation. What's the point of it? Why do we do it? How often should I do it? Your nervous system is responsible for your emotional reactions to stimuli, including triggers. So when y'all feel anxious, scared, doubtful, angry, impatientness, it's all dysregulation within your nervous system. A state, when we say, okay, you need to get into the state, is when your thoughts and feelings match. Thoughts meaning I think favorably of this thing. So if I want to manifest money, I think favorably of money, I have it, money comes to me easily, I don't have to work hard for it. And your feelings, not meaning emotions like happy, sad, angry, but your feelings meaning internal agreement. There is no resistance. When you say that, you don't feel the anxiety, you don't feel the doubt, you don't feel the fear, you don't feel the rejection. You just feel, yeah, I internally agree. That's a state. Just like how y'all think y'all broke, just like how you guys think you're unloved, just like how you think you have bad grades, you think that and you internally agree. You're in that state. The thoughts are easy to change because that's just the affirmations, that's the techniques, that's the visuals, that's the scripting, that's the inner conversations. That's just telling yourself, I'm wealthy, I'm rich, I have money. But a lot of people miss out on the regulation part. So their feelings are out of alignment. Their internal agreement is out of alignment. So that's when I get a lot of like, oh, I've been saying this, but I still feel doubtful. I still don't believe in myself. I'm still afraid. I'm still so anxious. Or they're always reacting because a dysregulated nervous system will lead to reacting to the triggers constantly, feeling anxiety over the trigger and then rushing to go spam your SP's phone and yell at them, or calling the job 10 million times asking, are you going to accept me? Did you receive my application? That is a product of the dysregulation. You're looking outside of you for the emotional fulfillment, for the energetical fulfillment that you are not giving to yourself. And then this is also what leads to people's validation being 3D. When your emotional validation is 3D, when how you feel is based on what does or doesn't show up, you will never be regulated, because what does or does not show up is not its own entity. It's a reflection of you. That's why a lot of you guys with dysregulated nervous systems, the ones that are always triggered, always fearful, always reactive, you're never calm. If what you're seeing is controlling how you feel, you will never be stable. Because if you're saying, okay, I'm only going to feel good when SP shows up this way, money shows up this way, this job does this job does that, and for the 99% of the time that it doesn't, because you're not stable and you're not telling yourself good stories, you're dysregulated, then reality will never conform in that way. So when you can learn to take control of your energetic state, of your emotional state, and it stops being 3D and it starts being what you say, and you learn how to calm yourself, and you learn to detach who you are, how you feel from what's outside of you, then you gain full control and you can move out of that 3D because you're not reacting to it anymore. It doesn't trigger you anymore. It doesn't have a name. It doesn't have an identity in your mind anymore, in your body anymore, because your body is controlled by your subconscious mind. And we know the subconscious mind runs on programming. So the reason why some of y'all could just even think, not even attach any negative meanings, not even have any negative thoughts behind it, but some of y'all could just think of your SPs or think of the job that you want or think of your desires, and then your body automatically kicks into anxiety, doubt, fear, like just bad feelings. It could just be a neutral thought about it. Bad feelings is because that's programming. Your nervous system is programmed to attach, oh, SP, fight or flight, oh, money, fearful, oh, a good career, anxiety, XYZ, because that's what programming is. You've consistently allowed your body to react that way. It's the same thing as some people will not get a text back from their specific person, for example, and they will just anxiety attack, crumble. They'll go crazy over it. They'll be like, oh my God, panic attack, start crying. Okay, other people where their worth is not placed and outside of them or anything that minuscule, they don't get dysregulated. Now, the person who is getting unregulated is because they've attached the meaning that if I don't receive a text, this is the worst thing that could happen. I have no self-worth. I'm unlikable. I'm not loved, which nobody wants to feel like that. And those feelings we've associated with bad feelings, right? And since they don't stop themselves and regulate themselves, then they'll continue to react to the same things, leading to the same thoughts, leading to that same circumstance over and over. So when you can gain control of how you react, your reactions, what things mean to you emotionally and energetically, you will stop reacting and you will move out of that circumstance. How do we regulate the nervous system? we use techniques, nervous system regulation techniques. So to name a few: deep breathing, meditation, EFT tapping, somatic shaking, humming, working out, cold showers, ice facials, dancing, yoga, nature walks, to name a few. Those are like the most common ones that people like to use. As far as techniques, this is becoming a normal part of your routine. This isn't one of those things that you just do when you're triggered, because then you're not actually reprogramming. It's just a band-aid over a bullet hole wound type of thing. That's the equivalent of only affirming a good story when you're triggered, but the rest of the time you're just letting your mind just wander in negative thoughts. No, you have to train, you have to program, meaning over and over and over again until your body is doing it on its own, until you're no longer reactive or triggered. Same thing with the thoughts. You have to keep reprogramming the thoughts. You don't just think it once a day and then it's reprogrammed. Programming means it's in a set way of operating. It's not permanent, but it's set to that way until you come and undo it. So at least twice a day. Of course, do it when you're triggered. Of course, you're going to regulate your nervous system when it's dysregulated. But even if it's not, you're still doing it at least twice a day. Now, the practices don't matter which one you do, which ones you do. It doesn't matter. You could do it more than twice a day. And there's no one that's better than another. It's just more than one way to do it because it should be fun to you. Some people do the same one every day. Some people do the same two every day. Some people do a different one every day. Just try different ones. Like I said, I just gave you like 11. You can look them up too. Those aren't the only ones. Same thing with how long. How long doesn't really matter. At least a couple minutes. I do like 3 to 5 minutes in the mornings when I wake up. I do EFT tapping when I'm in the mirror, before I take a shower or something, or when I'm about to go to bed. If it's one of those situations where you don't really have time to do it like that, you only have a couple seconds, then deep breathe for a couple seconds, or EFT tap for a couple seconds, or hum for a couple seconds. Doing the techniques at least twice a day will move you out of that programming. Like I said in the workshop, I do give live demonstrations in the video programs. I mean, a lot of them are self-explanatory. So like obviously deep breathing, meditation, the same thing. EFT tapping, I have a YouTube short on it. I have a YouTube short on a couple of the NSR practices and their benefits. But emotional freedom technique, it's basically tapping on specific acupuncture points and speaking affirmations, because this promotes emotional release and stimulation. You start to do that instead of reacting, instead of when you want to spiral, when you want to get anxious, instead of checking 3D, and you will stop wanting to go to those actions instead. You'll get triggered and you'll be like, deep breathe. And then like you'll take a lot of deep breaths and you'll see how much it'll help you. So this is my formula for when I'm triggered by something, or like, oh, how to stop a spiral. When you're triggered, what do you do? This is exactly what I do, and it works every single time. NSR, nervous system regulation, self-concept, new story. Let's say manifesting a specific person, you see them with a third party. First of all, let's not even assign that meaning. I don't care what's in your face. Like third party, what is that? It does not exist in your reality. If you were with them, they wouldn't exist, right? So don't make it exist now as if the reality you want is separate from you. So anyways, okay. So I just saw SP with third party. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Okay, I want to go into the story where I'm the worst. I'm not chosen. I'm not loved. They pick somebody else. They don't like me. They don't want me. I'll never be with them. Hold up, wait a minute. You recognize when your nervous system is dysregulated because you feel like crap. Okay, so then instead of going into that story, we take some deep breaths. Go into my self-concept. I'm the opera and power of my reality. I'm the absolute baddest. I can have what I want. I desire this reality so deeply because I deserve it. I deserve it. I can have it. I'm never envious. I'm never jealous, because anything somebody else has, I can have, and 10 times better, or whatever I want. I never have to worry that it's far from me because it's right here. It's right here. And then you go into the new story. They're mine. They love me. I'm the one that's chosen. I'm obsessed with. There is no third party because there's no competition in my reality, because I'm the absolute best, period. That's my 3-step formula to get out of a trigger. And it works every single time. Every single time. I just had to do it the other day. Worked perfectly every single time. Every single time. But yes, regulate first. Because some of y'all be trying to do the techniques on top of feeling anxious, feeling doubtful, feeling fearful. And it's just a mix of like dirt and water. It's just a mess. Regulate yourself. We regulate for multiple reasons. Number one, to bring yourself into the present moment. You're feeling those unfavorable feelings because most of you are stuck in the past, or you're perceiving an unfavorable future of yourself based on a low self-conception. If you experience unfavorable things in the past, it's because you had a self-concept that said you weren't worthy of it, or this is what I deserve, this is what's normal. Only loss or struggle is normal for me, right? So you had unfavorable realities manifest. And then based on that, you say, okay, because yesterday was like this, because you're stuck in the past, then today and tomorrow have to be the same way and I'll never get what I want, which is why you don't believe in yourself, which is why you're doubting. And then y'all try to affirm on top of that. It's just a mess. So NSR brings you into this moment, number one, so you can think clearly and you're not stuck there, because right now is the only moment of creation. And number two, obviously, it calms you down. And you keep doing it, guys. Like, a lot of people, I don't like that question where it's like, oh, how long do I keep doing it? Whether it's a technique, whether it's thinking in your favor, whether it's self-concept, or whether it's NSR, it's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. It's not a means to an end. You're regulating forever. It's not normal to be running around with a dysregulated nervous system. It's not normal to be doubting every single thing. Like, any good thing you think about, if your body's first response is doubt, anxiety, fear, scares, lack, you need to regulate, because that's not a normal way to operate. Thinking of good things should not instantly be a fear factor. And if it is, you need NSR. Like I said, I don't care if that's not even you. That's not me for everything. Every day I don't have a dysregulated nervous system, but I still regulate. You know how they say an idle mind is the devil's playground? Kind of the same thing with anything, your body, your mind, whatever it is. We're still keeping it up. Like, an idle mind really is the devil's playground. I don't care that I have a good self-concept for a lot of things. I'm still telling myself all the time. Even if I have that story, I'm not just gonna let my mind just be idle, because that's room for other things to influence me, and we don't have time for that. So that's basically what nervous system regulation is. That's the benefits. Techniques at least twice a day. And when you're triggered, again, when you are triggered, NSR, self-concept, new story. Remember, NSR on my YouTube shorts and in the program. But with that being said, that is all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Remember, you can have anything you want in this universe. Nothing's too big, small, wide, or expensive. I believe in you. You should believe in you. And I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye.